And welcome to the best damn movie show right here on YouTube.com. I am solo tonight. I am flying high. My boy Skip is on location, making sure he sees all the movies that he can, just like I can. Tonight I got 5 reviews for you of some movies that I've seen this weekend. Or should I say this week. I started off with The Best of Me last Sunday with Veronica. I also see Tammy, Jersey Boy, See No Evil, and I finished it off with Deliver Us from Evil. I have all the reviews and plus a little bit more info on maybe some movie news coming up here on the show. But I gotta tell you, it's already here. It's coming tomorrow, Spooky Empire 2014. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this for all year round, and hopefully I'm going to get some good interviews for everybody out there that watches the show and listens to my interviews. The last one I did was Michael Berryman over at Fanboy Expo about a month or two ago. But I'm looking to get maybe an interview with Tobin Bell, maybe Tara Reid. Who else we got there? Michael Berryman, I'm sorry. Michael Rooker. I mean, the list goes on and on. Also, Courtney Gaines from Back to the Future and Children of the Corn. There's a lot of people there, a lot of guests. Hopefully I can get some interviews. I'm going to try to get some video interviews, maybe some audio interviews, maybe a little bit of both. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to be taping my live reactions and my experience over the weekend at Spooky Empire 2014. If you want to go, it takes place the 24th, 25th, and 26th this weekend at the Doubletree Hilton off of, it's over there off of, right across the street from Universal Studios. And if you want more information, go to spookyempire.com. Tell you if you go, you'll have a blast. And there's nothing like it ever anywhere else. You know, here in Orlando, you got the FX show, you got MegaCon. In Tampa, you got Fanboy Expo, and you got another one that does Star Trek and Babylon 5 and things like that. But Spooky Empire is the crumb of all crumbs, the crumb of the crop of conventions. It's the best one that you wait for all year round. They do have one called Mayhem, and that's in May, and this one is in October. This one's the ultimate Spooky Empire Ultimate Horror Weekend. So, if you want to check it out, make sure you go this weekend. Support your favorite actors. Go and see them. Buy an autograph. Take a picture. Enjoy yourself, because it's going to be one of the conventions that when you go the first time, you're going to wait until next year. It's going to be, the participation is going to be right here in your gut that you want to go each and every year. I've been going since 2008. I love it. I can't wait to go again. And tomorrow I'm going to show it, because I'm going to get my interviews. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to have a blast. Make sure you check me out. I'll be there all on Saturday, all on Sunday. For more information on my whereabouts, my info, and where I'm going to be at Spooky Empire, make sure you go to thebestdamnmovieshow.com. I'll put it right here for you, bestdamnmovieshow.com, to find out where I'm going to be, what panels am I going to see, and who I'm going to meet. Get right into it. My first review of The Best of Me, starring Michelle Mahanga. Also, it's starring James Mardinan. If I get the names wrong, I'm very dyslexic with spelling or sometimes reading the names. That's why I have my buddy Skip here, helps me out with everything. But this one's from this is another movie, and it's directed by Michael Hoffman. And I like this film. I actually liked it. It's for the same people that did The Notebook. And I thought it was, what it's worth, I thought it was a little better than The Notebook. I know it's not getting good reviews. I know Rotten Tomatoes and all them sites have a poor rating for it. But I enjoyed it. I know Veronica enjoyed it. It was a true love story. This one's about two young kids that fall in love. And the one gentleman, you know, he had a rough life. He was taken in by an abusive orphanage. And, you know, she comes from, you know, a regular family. And the whole movie's about, what they do is, they do the love story. And it's I don't want to give it away. It's really neat how they do it. I thought it was put together really well. And it makes you think. It makes you go back and think about your high school days, your high school sweethearts. Maybe there was a girl in your life that you were with for a while, and you've seen her recently, and she's grown up, and she has kids, and she's married. Things like that. It makes you think about maybe you left that certain somebody, that sweetheart back in high school that you wish you never did. And I'm going to give this film, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I thought, from what it's worth, I think it's really worth taking your date out to go see, a gal out to go see it. A good date movie, dinner and a movie. So make sure you check out The Best of Me. Next up, I saw Tammy this weekend. Oh man, what a movie! I'm gonna tell you that. It's starring Melissa McCarthy. Also, Kathy Bates is in it. Susan Sarandon's in it. And Ben Falcon is also in this one. I gotta tell you, I usually like Melissa McCarthy's movies, but this one was all over the place. You know, she did Identity Theft with Jason Bateman a year ago. And her last film she did was The Heat with Sandra Bullock was that one. Also, Tom Wilson from Back to the Future. But this one, you know, this one's about, she comes home and she finds her husband cheating on her. And she's tired of how things are going in her life. So she takes her crazy, unstable, drunk grandmother, which is played by Susan Sarandon. And they go on a road trip. Crazy road trip. You know, they get in trouble. She's drunk. You know, there's jail scenes, all kinds of stuff. Kathy Bates comes in and plays the best friend of Susan Sarandon, and you know, I just don't think that the movie added up right. I thought the story was kind of lame, and you know what? I think Melissa McCarthy is a good actress. I think she's funny, but I think she picks roles that are stupid, and every time she does a role, it gets dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. You know, she's trying to be this funny comedian that everybody likes, and I just don't see it in this film. I really don't. I don't really see the story. You know, you know, don't get me wrong, she has one-line hitters and good lines as funny and things like that. But I just don't think the movie was that great. I'm gonna have to give this one. I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. I just thought that the story sucked. You know, this is a character that I didn't think Susan Sarandon would play, because yes, she's a little older and she's getting into her, you know, her 50s and 60s, maybe even her 60s and 70s. But I just thought she has more class than this. Melissa McCarthy, I felt like she lowered the bar in this one. But Kathy Bates, I can never give Kathy Bates any bad credit, because even though the movies suck, I think Kathy Bates stole in this film. I just think that, you know, Kathy Bates is a stand-up kind of actress, and I think she picks her roles wisely. And I know she's not. Kathy Bates really isn't a comedian, but she picks serious roles. And in this one, she was serious. She had some funny parts in it. She plays a lesbian in this movie. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. You know, go out and see it, watch it, make your own opinion. I'm just here to review them. And that was Tammy. The next movie I saw on my list this week was See No Evil 2. This one's starring WWE superstar Kane, which now, if you're following WWE, he's called Corporate Kane. And he plays a character named Jacob Goodnight, which is he reprises his role from the 2006 WWE film See No Evil. And the first one was about these young folks that came and were trying to go clean a motel, and Jacob Goodnight was the killer in this one. This one actually takes place in a morgue, which is a little bit spookier because it has to do with dead people and things like that. This is also starring Danielle Harris. She's in the new Halloween series with directed by Rob Zombie. But now, I thought this movie, for what it was worth, it's produced and the production company on this one is WWE Films, and WWE is trying to get in their hand into the movie industry. Their last film that came out with strict DVD was Leprechaun Origins, and that was starring Hornswoggle, WWE superstar Hornswoggle. This one, I'm gonna give this film. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. I thought this film, it's a horror film because I know my buddy Skip out there. He's not a big, huge horror guy. He thinks the horror films are stupid and that they're pretty much all the same. Which I can't say that he's not right because he is, but you have to have that sense, that taste for horror films, and I think. This film, you really, really have to like wrestling, and I'm a wrestling fan, and I enjoyed it because Jacob Goodnight, his character is similar to Kane's character on WWE, or his past character, because now, like I said, he's Corporate Kane. I thought this movie was I thought it was better than the first one. I thought it was more fast-paced than the first one. I thought this one had more suspense in this one. And just like his character on WWE, he's Corporate Kane, part of the Authority, led by Triple H and Shane McMahon, Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton is the Authority. And this one, he's playing a serial killer, like I said, Jacob Goodnight, and I think Danielle Harris, for what it was worth, I think I feel like she's a really good actress in horror movies. I feel like she's picked up a good trade in talent, and the way she presents herself in these movies, you would think that she's been doing this for so long when actually she's kind of newer to the movie industry, and I'm gonna have to give her in this one. I think Danielle Harris made this film. I really do, because Kane's in the film, but he's the killer. I mean, if you didn't know that, I mean by the name Jacob Goodnight. But I'm gonna give See No Evil 2 a 4 out of 10. Deliver Us from Evil. This one's starring Edgar Ramazar and Eric Banner and Oliver Munn. This one, man, I tell you what, this was a really twisted film. This one is a action thriller, and I think there's a little bit of horror in there, a little twist of horror. And this one's about a New York police officer and his everyday duties as a police guy. And the twist of it is his daughter is hearing and seeing things at night. Now this movie, I feel like, has two different stories. And I feel like a lot of the crimes and investigations that the father in this film investigates, I feel like has to do with a lot of her daughter's terrors at night. I'm gonna give this film. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought it was a good action thriller horror film. I thought the script was really well written. I thought that it was a little different and twisted in its own way. So if you get a chance, make sure you check out Deliver Us from Evil. And here is the one I've been waiting for all night. I just got done watching it. I thought it was a fantastic film. There's 2 films this year that I'm going to tell you that you have to watch. They're a must right now on your list. I'm going to say Chef was one of them. And I'm going to say Jersey Boys is another one that I really enjoy. Now, Jersey Boy, this one is Vincent Polizzi. He plays Tommy DeVito, which is one of the members of the Four Seasons. Also played by John Lloyd Young, is part of Frankie Valli. Christopher Walken is in this film. He's in this film. I think Christopher Walken is in this film no more than 30 minutes. 30 minutes screen time for Christopher Walken, but his 30 minutes on the screen made the movie. Who doesn't like a Christopher Walken film? Because I haven't met one person yet. But this story is about the Four Seasons and how it developed, and how Frankie Valli became who he was. And this movie's set back in the 30s and 40s, where the songs were only a minute and 50 to 2 minutes long. That was it. Now you have songs that are between 4 minutes and 6 minutes. So the timing of a song back then was lower than it is now. I think some of the music back then is better than the music now. After watching this film, I actually downloaded the Four Seasons Best of album and listened to it. Fantastic. And Frankie Valli, he did a lot of the songs for Grease with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Also some duets on the soundtrack too. But no, Four Seasons is a fantastic film. It's a long film, but I'm telling you, you'll learn some things about this. I like true stories. I like to know about people's lives, and this one, I took it. I felt like, I stayed. When I watched Chef, I was there. I was kind of living that life, because Chef was about a chef in New York that gets a bad critic review from the food critic, and he takes his career on the road with a food truck and brings along one of his best friends that was one of his partners in his restaurant, also his son, on the road and sail on good cabanos. Jersey Shore, it's about Four Seasons and their ups and downs of their career. And there's some things I found out about Frankie Valli I really didn't know. So I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to go out and give Jersey Boys 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. And if you think this movie's good, I suggest you go watch Jersey Boys at a theater near you, or check them out on Broadway. Jersey Boys has their show on Broadway. I'm not sure if they're still touring or not, but if they ever come back and do a tour or a reunion tour, make sure you go see it, because it's a great, great piece and a great movie. Hey, thanks for joining me right here on the Best Damn Movie Show. Like I said, I'm going to update you on the bestdamnmovieshow.com, where I'm going to be tomorrow, what panel I'm going to be at, where you can see me and meet me at, the whole 9 yards. And I hope you're checking my reviews out, and Skip, my missing partner Skip. I hope you're checking him out. You can find him also from the fourth row at wordpress.com. Or you can look him up, Dan Skip Allen, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. He's there also. He always has good reviews. And I know next week we have a slam-packed week of reviews. More screenings we have to go see. I know we took the week off of this week. There really wasn't too many. There was only one. It was Ouija, and I didn't get to see Ouija. But make sure you check out my Ouija review next week. I'll have that for you. I'm going to probably see it over the weekend when I'm done with Spooky Empire. But this week, Spooky Empire is my main goal. I'm going to make sure that I bring you the best interviews, the most fun out of my days, and I'll make sure I record it all just for you guys, so you guys can see what Spooky Empire is really about. And like I said, go to spookyempire.com, check out the guest list, you know, find out where it is, MapQuest it, go see Spooky Empire, the Ultimate Horror Weekend Convention, the best convention show there is right here in Central Florida. Going to be at the Doubletree Hotel tomorrow, the 25th and the 26th. So make sure you check it out. And if you like what I do, you like what Skip does, you like our reviews, make sure you click like. Make sure you know, you look at the videos and you tell your friends about it and everything like that, because we want to hear your feedback. But until next time, I'm Vincent LaSpada, and we'll see you at the movies. Good night, everybody. Ah!